Welcome everybody. Just getting started here. Let's see who's in so far. If you want to start getting your drink and oldest coin, you're welcome to start getting that. All right, now it looks like we've got Walker Magnet, JC Likes Pam, KJ in Ohio, Jim Thompson, greetings from the Outer Banks of North Carolina, Michael Erickson, hello. Looks like that's about it for now. Make sure we're on live chat, not top like I was the other night. Make sure we get everybody in. Hello, Chicken Man Dan. Let's move. There you go. Just going to start writing some of the names down for the drink and oldest coin. Let's see, we've got new, hey, welcome new Marshall. It looks like package arrived, all good. You got Barks for that. Let's see who else we got. KJ is Fanta 39. New Marshall's 36. Welcome Jimmy Lucari, Shell Bell. Jimmy says Sprite 0. Shell Bell says Fanta Orange 0. Let's see. Jim Thompson says 1939. Did you get a drink in, Jim? I didn't see it, or else I just missed it. Jimmy says 46. Shovel says 38. Michael Erickson, Fresca Peach 38. KJ, did you get anything in? I don't know if I saw that. Walker, did you want to get in? Guessing which drink I'm going to be opening tonight. JC, Dr. Pepper Coconut Cream and 40. Oh, JC Likes Pam. So you're changing from Fanta 39 to Coconut Cream 40? Chicken Man Dan's is Pepsi Zero Cherry and 38. You're very welcome. The Dr. Pepper Coconut Cream. That's one that is a limited edition. It's like a summer thing. They brought it out, and like 30% of their sales, or 40%, was in Utah and Idaho, with like 30 of it being in Utah. And I thought, well, it's just one of those stupid things they bring them out. And this summer they came back out with them, and they had a whole pallet of them, and I went and bought a bunch when they come on sale. So I've always taken Diet Dr. Pepper and put coconut flavoring in. So I've been doing that for many, many, many years. So it's one of those things that I also like the Mountain Dew Code Red Zero, but I have not found it in Zero in my area. Aquaman, I got your package headed your way. Sorry the box wasn't great. Never know. It's not your fault. The box didn't have much, but I appreciate you opening one anyway. I've had some of my boxes I've opened for some people and haven't been the greatest, but it's still fun to do. Hey, Cody H, welcome. If anybody wants to get their drink guess in for a name on the wheel, if you're right, and a oldest year of the box at the end of the night, if you get that one right, you get your name on the wheel. And it can be the same as someone else, so there can be multiple winners. So if, like, say 3 people chose 38, like Michael Erickson, Chicken Man Dan, and Shell Bell, they'd all get it if it was in 1938. I did update my rounds. I'm going to show you those. So same thing as usual. The top row is the front. This next row is the bottom. The front, bottom, front, bottom, front, bottom. So those are the new setup. I decided to go through all of them. So yeah, Cody, so you can still get in. The denomination is nickels, but I think you meant the year. So, yep, these are all the drinks I have in my fridge, and if you want to guess a drink, along with the oldest nickel that we'll find, if you are right, then you'll get your name on the wheel. We do that stuff throughout the night. Give everybody a few minutes to get those in. Say 1938, okay. I'm doing that. I'm going to grab some of the nickels out. Got the V nickel. Yeah, it's a little too, it says average, but that's a little slicker than I like. Let's try that one. $19.01. H says Pepper Cherry Zero. We've got Buffalo Nickels. Grab 2, make sure they're different years. It says a 37. Philly. And a 36 out of Denver. So 2 different years there. That's always good. Average war nickel. If I can get it. It is a 1943, and it is out of Philadelphia. Anybody else want to get any guesses, years, that sort of thing in if you haven't? If I've missed you. Walker, I didn't see anything. KJ, I haven't seen anything. I've got Jim Thompson, JC, New Marshall, Jimmy, Shellbell, Michael, Chicken Man, and Cody H. I'll have them in. This one I'm going to flip up, of course, so touched only by the edges. And it is a 43 out of Philly. It's a pretty nice one. DDO'S is Fanta 39. Since this was a 43 Philly, did you want a different average war nickel? So we'll see what else we've got in here, because I like to try to make them different years. About a 43S instead. There you go. I thought I heard you read the first post. First post? Oh, I think I had put you down under JC by accident, because then it was Coconut 40, and I was like, well, that's weird. So I just wrote KJ on JC's line, so we'll fix that. We got Coconut 40. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. So that got to get a couple of these out to get everything organized, which I didn't do. Have the kids been doing hunting lately? No, not really. Hello, Crafty. Dr. Pepper Cream Soda 25. So we got that AU one in there. A little bit of toning on it. Camera doesn't pick it up. Got that 43S, the 36 and 37 Buffalo. One of them is Denver, and a 1901. So that is your coin pack. And since there's two of you, I'm going to give you each a sticker. Two pans, a blue and a green, along with a blue and a green. And I'm color matching today. So those are bottle, can openers, either one. Keychain also. Hello, Otis. You're still able to get in on the Drake and oldest coin we will find if you want. I haven't done that one yet, so just been going through getting those nickels out. A minute or two while I finish putting that up. Hey, Smoker 360, welcome. And thank you for your donation. So you chose a nickel hunt. Was it a nickel with a penny pack, or was it? I can always fix it. Either way. I'll have to look. If it was supposed to be a penny pack, let me know and I'll change that out. I remember someone wanted a nickel box but a penny pack, so Nickel hunt penny pack. Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm forgetting something, so I'm going to change that. I was getting pennies out earlier, and then I was like, no, that's not it. So we'll redo all that. Sorry, my arm keeps going in and out of the way. Let's see. It's Otis with Coke Orange 39. Smoker with Sprite 0 and 38. Okay, so now let's redo that. So the Indian head is a 1902. Your BU. Gotta move the thing. We are hunting a nickel box, but they wanted to get a scent pack instead, because it's one of those you can choose either one. And this is a 58 Denver. Common one, but that's a lot of what I was sent. I did order more to hopefully get some different dates other than a lot of those older, or the newer ones. So nice BU. We got 38 PDNS, so let's get you 3 of them. We got a 43, looks like Denver. A 43. Now we just need an S. I'm a little disorganized today, but I'm just going to switch to the scope real quick because some of these are hard to see for me. Yeah, that's the Denver. That's a Denver. Let's see what that one is. S, there you go, 43S. I have some more somewhere, so I'll have to pull those out and get some more S's because I've got, looks like P's and D's mostly. Got them at a penny order today from the secondary bank. '09 to 19. It's going to be a 1919 out of probably Denver, I'm assuming. Let's see if that focuses. Denver, yep. sure we get two from the 20s different. A 1928 and a 1929 Denver. There you go. Two from the 30s here. Get a couple different dates. We got a 34. Doesn't want to focus right now. And that's a 34, so let's get a different one. And a 36. So 34 and 36, there you go. And I need to pull out the 2-cent coins. And I wanted to make sure I didn't get the ones that were super slick or damaged. So there is your 2-cent. And the back is a 1865. Alright, now let's do the correct coin pack. And I'll go through, so if I've missed your drinks and stuff, I will go through who I have and then leave the package. Yeah, definitely. Alright, so we got that. So my drinks, in case of if I've missed it, I have Jim Thompson with just a 1939. I didn't get a drink, so if you do, put that in. Walker, I don't have anything for you. JC, I have Coconut with 40. KJ, I have Fanta 39. New Marshall's Barks with 36. Jimmy is Sprite Zero with 46. Shellbell's Fanta 38. Michael Erickson's Fresca Peach 38. Chicken Mandan's Pepsi Zero's Cherry 38. Cody H is Dr. Pepper Cherry 38. Crafty is Dr. Pepper Cream Soda 25. Otis is Coke Orange at 39, and Smoker 360 is Sprite 38. B-Wall, you have Cherry Zero, alright. And 39. Alright, anybody else I miss? Jim Thompson, Pepsi Zero, okay. Jimmy says, tell him Walker Magnet has, is he slacking? Yeah. So, KJ says, Walker Sprite 040. Thank you. Assistant applications are due. Yeah. I did get a little bit of stuff kind of updated. Like I said, I had the rounds. I consolidated those, everything I had. Some of them I do have duplicates of. And there they are. So top row is the top, second row is the back, next one is the front, next one is the back, and so on. So, welcome Canadian Roll Hunter. Just about to get the drink, so you want to spend a couple seconds, you're able to get that in if you'd like. And I'm going to jump it on in about 10 seconds. So hurry and get that in if you do want to. Fanta for sure. Okay. Did you want a year on that? Dr. Pepper, cream soda, or creamy coconut, 0. I think we had one person get that. It was JC. So JC gets their name on the wheel. Okay, here's the box. Nope, they're just nice ice cold. So we had the penny pack and the nickel hunt. Hopefully that is correct now, considering I screwed it up earlier. Okay. Yep, you're still able to pick that date until I get the box completely opened and up. So if you want to put a date in there, what you think is the oldest date will be, throw that in. 1940. Awesome. Let's see if there's any enders. I'm not seeing anything. There are some older ones, which is good. But some newer ones too. Oh, gotta get my knife. My weapon of choice, as usual. And we came up with the dime box holding the coin when we find something. Turned out pretty decent to work with. Eating my 50s Cavalier 72 Coke machine for your drinks really keeps them cold. I like super cold drinks. But when I'm at home, I don't do ice, because I get them out of the fridge. Even warm, it's like, yeah, I'll still drink it. Like on an energy drink or something, I'll pick up off my floor and let's just hold some of these out. Right now we got a 75 for the oldest. Hopefully we'll find some good buffaloes and war nickels, maybe V-nickel. If we get a trifecta, I will throw some kind of thing. How about a shield? Is it a shield nickel? The one from like the one before the V-nickel. So if you get the trifecta of a V-nickel, a buffalo nickel, and a war nickel, I will give you one of those. I think I'll do that with everybody, but no one's hit that yet. Don't know what I'll do for penny. Yeah, I did pick up a few. They're not the greatest condition, but they were, you know, they're coal, but still sometimes finding those are kind of hard to find in relatively cheap price, not like a ton. So this one was a 64, and it is a Denver. I'll be pulling all those off to the side, and we'll hunt them at the end of the night. Gonna watch some, I'm assuming, baseball and football. Fun. Thank you for coming in and hitting that. I appreciate the support. I try to at least go in and hit likes on people's streams, even if I can't make it. Like this weekend, last weekend I was on call, so I wasn't really able to watch anything or watch anybody's. We have come across some 2024, so hopefully the boxes are picking up with those. And it always helps getting anything like that in. Let's see if it'll focus. And I can still at least hunt them. I got half a roll, so when I'm done with those, I will flip it over. Got a 40, a 50, 61, a 38. And I am looking at them tonight to make sure that they're not 64s, so unless they're super old. So Michael, you might want to change that. Jim, you might want to change that. That's the only hint I'm giving, is it is not a 64. I will probably do some 64s, but the other night it was like 3/4 of them were 64s, and that doesn't make it fun. So Jim Thompson is 52, 2007. Gain them in if you're going to. I'm going to flip it here. 40, 61, 38, 45, 52, 39. Jim Thompson's changed it to 52, 36, a 49, and a 40. Okay. So JC Likes Pam is the last. Oh, Jimmy Licari just got in. And it is a 1970. So, who do we have closest? Crafty at 61. Yeah. I mean, you can still guess 64, I guess, but I guess I'll just not tell anyone, because like I said, I pull whatever's out. So if it's a 64, it might be a 64, but I was trying to get that in before you guys guessed, but that's okay. '63, Denver. Yeah, I'll put 64s in, but I don't want to do all of them 60, like all of them that we were pulling up the other night were all 64s basically. But we'll have enough older ones, I'm sure, that, or ones that will be a little bit of a tricker. We've had a few of those that you think, oh, this has got to be an old one, and it's like a 98 or something. Well, it's not a very good condition, but 2009, still a very low mintage, so I pull out the 2009s. There you go. Not much of a find, but looks like a skeleton Jefferson. Yeah. Sometimes I come across those and at first you think someone's done something to it, but if you don't have points, one of the mods can add them, or I can if they are not able to. Sometimes that command is a little bit tricky. You can hit !me and it will post your link if you want to have anybody sub to you, possibly, if they haven't. You can do games. There's gamble, there's slots, there's duel, and adventure, or whatever it's called. Heist, I guess. Searching a box of pennies for the Laurins, or a box of nickels for the Laurins for donating. I've got my box hunt on a Copper Owl will be next Sunday, I believe it is, because I will be not on call and my kids will be with me also, so that'll be fun to watch. And I've got one set up for Thursday, and I've got, I think that is one. I've got one on Monday, but I might have to change that to Tuesday. I may have a conflict if it's the 26th, I think, whatever Monday is. I think I have something going on that evening with the kids. So if it is, I'll check and see if Tuesday works for you, whoever that was. I have it written down, but don't have it in front of me at the moment. But we'll get those all taken care of. There's your first from the 50s. It's a 54. Out of Denver. So 54 D over D, possibly. Well, there's another one from the 50s in the same roll in 1951. If it's an S, it's a semi-key date. If you want to put Y for yes or N for no, we'll give you a chance to get another guess in. How about that? Is this 41 a semi-key date? Will it be an S? Yes or no? I have not looked, so I do not know either. Looks like everybody is no. I might have everybody's names in there. Or it might be a yes and no one gets it in. Give you another few seconds and I'll flip it over and we'll see. Anybody else? 5, 4. It's either Y or N. 3, 2, 1. Well, put it under the scope and I see a mint mark. Boom! You got a 51S, 7.776 million minted. Today's what, the 20th? Yep. I mean, it's not like super nice condition, but I always flip up those just so they don't get lost by accident. And someone goes, oh, it's just a 50s. And there you go. I thought someone was going to put yes in there. I have to use these stupid, cheap, flimsy ones I got by accident. All right. Hey, croissants, welcome. If I miss you, I apologize. While I finish up this one, let's do a guessing. It's not super old or anything, but come on. If we can. Let's go up just a little bit. I will get you to focus, whether you like it or not. Well, maybe not. It's trying to. Still not. There we go. I don't think it's going to be like super old, but it looked a little older anyway. I've not looked at the year. Got 4 more coins left, so if you want in, get in now. It is a, oh boy, hard to read, but it's a 77, I think. Let's just take a look. Yep, 77. So let's see, who had it? I see 71, 75, 79. So it looks like Mark and KJ were both 2 off in either direction. I think those were the 2. Oh, wrong one. I always look for the ends just to see if there's an ender, but I've never had like a buffalo ender, or I think I might have had a war nickel ender once, but That I have no idea. I'm not going to scrape or dig and clean. And if it was an old looking one, I might, but hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Like I said, I was on call, unfortunately. Kids went with their mom down to one of the Great Wolf Lodges and spent the weekend down there. I haven't ever been there, but I've seen them, like on advertisements, TV shows, that sort of thing. But it looks like they had fun. They did some, like, being in a harness and walking tightrope stuff and things like that. If you've come in and you don't have points, one of the mods or myself can give those to you. If you run out of points, we can give those to you. I'm a little bit tired from the weekend, and I was tempted to have an energy drink, but then that's not on my list, and I didn't want to write it on there because then that would give it away, because I don't have them in my fridge all the time. Right now, they're just sitting on my living room floor, so at work I have a little, it's a cooler, it can cool, or, well, this one only cools, but it takes it down to like about, it depends on the room temperature, but it gets down to about 40 degrees. So I have some energy drinks in my desk thing, just under my desk actually. So I always have a cold one. I've gone through 2 of them in 2 years. Seems like just over the 1 year mark, they run out of warranty, and like the one, it was a week later. The other one was like a couple months later. And it doesn't matter whether it's a name brand or no name brand. I figure they plan on lasting about a year. And they're like $50. You can get them cheaper and more expensive, but it's like, why if it's just going to last a year? But I like cold drinks. So I buy them when they're on sale. The store last week special was if you got 12 monsters, instead of being like $2.49 each, they were $1.25 each. So I picked up a couple dozen. I also get them from Sam's Club. I get the Rock Stars. All of them I get are the no sugar kind. Mark needs points. Let me... I'm not seeing Mark. Oh, there's Mark. It says Mark has 1.9 million. So let's just fix it and put 2 million in and see if that works. So now, Mark, you've got 2 million points. It said 1.9, but and see now it says you have 1,908,748, but I just changed it to 2 million. Don't know if it was just a glitch or taking long or what it is. But yeah, I buy those, so I get them from Sam's Club. I buy a case of 36 Rockstar Zeros, and I get them for about $1.10 a can. It's like 7 cents an ounce. So that's not bad. If I'm at a gas station and I see a new one that I've never tried before, I always get them if they're no sugar. And after that, if I see them and I like them, it's like, it has to be under $2 a can. I basically refuse to pay more than $2 a can because all of them are always on sale sometime. Especially when I get them for $1.10, $1.25 when they are on sale. Well, there's a little bit of an older one. So let's see what year this one is. Camera makes it look nicer than it is, which is kind of weird. So I'm kind of an energy drink, I don't want to say aficionado, but I pretty much have tried anything that is in the gas stations or Walmart or any store. Anytime I see one in an end case I've never drank, I always try one. I like the Ghost, and I like Swedish Fish the candy, but Ghost's Swedish Fish energy drink to me tastes like soap. I think it is the nastiest thing ever. I found one, it was a root beer, and I've had a root beer energy drink before, but it wasn't that brand, and it was not great. Okay, get your end guesses in. $74, $60, $68, $75, $69, $78, $57, $70, $72, $61. I have had my mouth washed out with soap. 78. Alright, let's see what year it is. Oh. Newer than I thought. It's an 83. Anybody get even close to that? I got a 78. And 78. So New Marshall and Mark, it looks, I believe, are the closest. No, wrong one. I keep doing that. That's kind of an interesting looking one. It's kind of ugly, but it's, at first I thought it was like a toner, but I think it's more chemical than anything. There we go. Don't know why I got bumped, maybe from the box, I don't know. No, I like cilantro. I'm not allergic to anything except for sulfa drugs. I am highly allergic to anything sulfur. I used to be able to go to like Thermopolis and Wyoming, the hot springs, after scout camp or camps, like with the church and stuff. And the next morning we'd go up and we'd all go swimming, and I'd always be itchy and would go up like with the family and, you know, be done and be itchy, and it would just progressively get worse over time. So next time I'd go, it'd get a little bit more itchy, and then it would get to the point where I'd break out in hives on the way home. And I would still go, but then I was just hanging out in the kind of like the area, video game, you know, pinball, that sort of thing, watching strongman competitions on TV. And it even got so bad that even being in the enclosed room, because it was an inside and outside, and it got so bad that I couldn't even be in the room itself. Never got the belt. I got the spoon, wooden spoon. But it wasn't, I mean, it was one of those things, I deserved it when I had it happen. But my mom was good. We all grew up to be normal citizens. But yeah, that's my allergicness. Is it's so bad that I can't even go into the building where they're at. Other than that, I don't mind. I like cilantro. Never got no. That's an interesting one. Half his face is worn away. And if you came in late, that's what I'm drinking tonight. Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut. I know people that will put a couple of coffee creamers in it with their coconut flavoring at like a gas station or something. I never did that. I just always just put straight coconut. Dad was never really home. He worked oil field, so he was gone for all the time. He'd be gone for sometimes months at a time. And then when he did come home, it was for a very short period of time. So basically, my mom raised us as basically like a single mother. She did a great job. So we learned right and wrong, and turned out normal. Well, as normal as someone can be, I guess. I mean, I know I'm strange, but roll 13. Dad forgot to come back home. And I remember once in a while he'd be home and would go do something like, you know, go fishing or go hunting and that sort of thing. But a little bit of an older one. I did look at the date. Come on. Some nights it has trouble focusing. Well, okay. There we go. So I did have a few memories like that with him, but nothing. I mean, we'd go up to the mountain and Dutch oven and stuff for dinner. There was some falls up there, so we'd Dutch oven and then go up and play around in the falls. We'd go to the lake. We'd do all kinds of stuff. So Mom kept us busy doing things. We had Boy Scouts. I am an Eagle Scout. And of course it was his mom did it. Alright, just about done with this one, and then I'm going to flip it and show you something and see what you guys think. Okay. This one is just does not want to focus tonight. Anyway, it is a 1960 60. Jimmy the Car is 61. Cody H is 59. Smoker 61. So it looks like those three. Jimmy, oh, dang it! I gotta move that because I keep clicking the wrong stupid thing. So who is it? Jimmy Licari, Cody H, and Smoker 360. Let's just see what this scope says. $1979, San Francisco, the best year ever. And the reason why we found a proof. Congratulations. Found a proof for someone else. I can't remember who it was, but I want to say New Marshall, but that's probably wrong. I do come across them. I probably find as many proofs as I do buffalo. I was looking at the numbers and I'm down to 1 buffalo for every 5 boxes. Or every 4 boxes, maybe. So there you go, 79 proof, semi-key date, and a proof. You can't handle the proof. Good movie. I try to, like when I have the kids with me and stuff, we'll watch a movie. I always try to do one from when I was a kid. So like we'd watch The Goonies, we watched the old Ghostbusters, both 1 and 2. I haven't shown them Nightmare on Elm Street yet. Hey, Stacking Surveyor, welcome. You just missed us finding a proof. We just pulled that out of a roll. So, I always try to find the older movies that I grew up with that are kind of age appropriate. Remember, we were, I don't know, I was probably 10 or 12, somewhere around there. We wanted to watch Nightmare on Elm Street. And so Mom rented it. And watched it because she figured, well, if we don't watch it here and laugh, because we'd always laugh at stuff like that. So it was one of those things of we can do it here and laugh, or they'll go to their friend's house and watch it anyway somehow. Of course, that was back before satellite and stuff. You'd go to the even Blockbuster really wasn't around, but you'd go and get VHS tapes and rent a VCR and that sort of thing. So we always grew up laughing about all kinds of stuff like that. We never like got scared. I mean, sometimes you jump with the loud noise or something, but not scariness. We've had a few of these guessing games that a few of you have won at the together. And again, if you have got your name on the wheel and you aren't there at the end when we do it, you still can win. It does not have to be present. It is just claim your prize within a week by emailing me and saying you won on whatever stream date, and I'll get you around. Went through them all and retook pictures of all of them and then put them on that sheet, because after that one night, I can't remember who it was. It was more than a night ago. They chose the nickel one and I didn't have it, and I forgot to cross it off, so found a different one though that was they'd rather have, but I don't want that to happen again. Let's go to the scope again. Nope, no queen year guess. We got a 70 San Francisco. Oh. Not sure if it's exactly a proof, but I think there are business strikes also, or NIFCs, but because it doesn't have a, it has sort of a proofy look, but not enough that I would have noticed it, except for it was a 70 and shiny, so I'm just going to do it. And some of those old ones like that, or older I should say, even if they're not proofs or NIFCs or anything, and because I don't know if there was nickel NIFCs, but like on quarters, I found out that there was NIFCs because I was like, this is an S, but it's not like a proof. And so I looked it up, and it was like 23 when I found one, and it was like, It's kind of a trickster one. Oh, sorry, I gave it away. I put the wrong side up. 239 million. Wow. It may not be one of, it could be just a regular business strike. I can't remember what years they did that, but I quit making them in those and went to proofs, but it's a really nice one, so I'm guessing it's just a regular year. But like I said, being that nice. Yeah, that one was a trickster I was going to put up. It was dark and brownish. Album filler. Yeah, especially in that. Sometimes it's like, it may not be something special. You find some just really nice looking ones. And I include those because you don't find coins that are 50 or 60 years old in that good condition in circulation, even though it's not a anything special. I've pulled out some 38s and 39s that were almost that way sometimes. It's like, holy crap. Not the key dates, just the regular. But someone must have had a bunch and dumped them. Streams have been helping out a bunch. In the last month, I basically doubled my watch hours. I was at 500, and now I'm at just right at about 1,000. And that's all in just over a month's time. So, getting up there. I sent my bright and shiny pennies from the 60s, 70s up to 82 back. On some like the Nipsies, I have a couple sets that I have, but sometimes I'll find one and it's like, I'm pretty sure that's going to upgrade, and it does. But a lot of them that I find are repeat years that, of course, 2018 is on those, but, other years. This one's an ender, so maybe we'll do a guessing on that one. Come on. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes that light, doing it that way, sometimes forces it into looking. First I thought I put the face up again. I was like, dang it. Alright, let's get those guesses in because I got a different one we got. This one here is a last couple. New Marshall 63, 65. Hey, welcome Country Humans Network. It is a, because it was an ender and we couldn't see what it was. Hey, look at that, a 64. Country Human Network. you get your name on the prize wheel for tonight. This is the new one. New round of guessing. Just so you know the rules on Country Human Network, if you aren't here at the end of the night, hopefully you are, but if you are not, then you just have to email me if you do win. So just be aware this is not a present, or is not a must be present, but you do still need to double check. So sometimes we have, people, things come up, they have to leave, but this is a game from throughout the night, and I do not want to penalize someone because they were not here the entire time. Got a few coins left on this, and maybe about 10, 15 coins, and then I'll flip it over. Okay. So that one there, we got, quite a few guesses. Anybody else? Hey, welcome, Wild One. It is, just does not want to focus tonight. Maybe the light is just wrong. Nope. Well, it is a 1957, so New Marshall has 57 exactly. Otis has 57. So New Marshall and Otis. Congratulations, guys. Darker edge, but I highly doubt it is not a war nickel. Nope, it is not. Once in a while I get fooled, but usually I can tell. No varieties or anything on 57, I believe. And for those that have come in, if you don't have points, moderators can add those. And if they can't, I can also go in, of course. But they can go in pretty easy. So if you do need points to play any of the games, just let one of them know. Moderators are in blue. Not a ton of 64s tonight. The other night we had a ton of them. And on some of those, like if it's a D over D or something, I'm not quite sure, or I can't tell, but it looks kind of like one. I just always include those. Ooh. We're going to do that one. It's an ender. I love it when you get an ender on the end, and, well, of course an ender can't be in the middle, but that was kind of a stupid statement. I love it when I get an ender on the end. What I meant to say is I love when you get an ender and it's backwards so you can't see the date. I'm guessing it's at least, I haven't looked at it, but I would guess it's at least in the 50s or older. No guarantee of it because I have not looked. All I saw, it was the end. Got half a roll, so if you're going to get a guess in, start getting those guesses. Three coins left. Okay, nothing. So this one here, we're flipping, and it looks like Jimmy's the last one at 58 until I get it over. And it is a 52. So 1952, and I didn't notice if there's a mint mark. Nope, it's a Philly. So 52 Philly. Let's see who we have. Got a 58, a 53. Is JC the closest at 53, I believe? I don't know if anybody's hit a jackpot tonight or not. The other night we had some winners doing jackpots. Half a roll left on this. This is roll 21. And I just want to test something. It again. Can anybody hear me? Yes? No? Yes? Okay. I did a mute, and I'm thinking no one must have heard me because no one was saying yes. So I was just testing that out so that if my kids do call, muted for a while, yeah, okay. I was just making sure I had those settings correct. Because the other night when it buffered or something, and I thought no one could hear me, but people were like, we can hear you typing. I was like, oh. I had thought everything was killed. I'm just glad that it actually worked. That would have been a good one to guess. I was about to guess, but I already flipped it over. This is... I love how it focuses and then it jumps right back out. It is a 39. No mint mark. So, no 39 DRS, unfortunately, but we have our oldest nickel, 1939. October 20th, my birthday today. Awesome. Any fun birthday, like a turning a, say, 21 or 30 or, something like that where people call them, their 10 years and stuff. I don't care about birthdays, but any fun one? Or just a regular? Whatever year it is, congratulations on a birthday. Ex-wife and granddaughter's birthday is today. Nice. My son's will be coming up in a month and a half. His is on the 3rd of December. I got to figure out some presents. I hadn't even started for Christmas, let alone for him for birthday. So we'll see. Almost dropped it. Ooh. Mr. Fumbly Fingers here. So I had them write down what they wanted for Christmas. One of the things my son wrote down was coins. I said, what kind of coins? He goes, old coins, I guess? I don't know. So I'll see what I'd give him. I mean, all mine are going to end up being theirs pretty much anyway after I die, but it's one of those that... Trying to think if there's anything like, HUD, he loves V-nickel. My son hasn't really expressed any interest in any certain kind. I did get them a mint set of each year that they were born. I gave that to them, I think, last Christmas or the Christmas before. And they thought that was just cool. first time viewer, really enjoying. Awesome, thank you. Glad you found us, and I stream usually every Monday and Thursdays at 5:30 Mountain. So tonight we are streaming. There was a donator on American Foundation for Suicide Prevention on one of the channels on Pause Spare Time. It's helped me out greatly. And with people that donated certain amounts, they got extra perks. And one of the perks was a nickel or penny hunt box from me for free. So basically a free box hunt that was included with it. And this is for the Laurins, Daniel and Shelley. So we're hunting that. I have another one planned for Thursday. And then next Monday, I'll probably have to change it to Tuesday, because I do have a thing with my kids if it's the day I'm thinking of. So next Monday will probably be moved to Tuesday. But I will definitely, of course, post like I do on these. You can always hit the bell notifications, make sure all your alerts and stuff are turned on. That way, when they're scheduled, they notify you. I usually schedule them a couple days in advance, at least the day before, just to give people opportunities to, remind. So, hi, Daniel Clot, something. I live in Mountain Time also. I live in southern Utah. So I am basically down by Grand Canyon, Bryce Canyon, Zion National Park, Lake Powell, all that area. That is my backyard. I used to live in Grand Junction, Colorado before I moved here, and loved it. And before that was Wyoming. I grew up there. I loved growing up there, but I hate the wind. I could not live there unless you paid me buckets and buckets and buckets of money. And it's not the cold. People go, oh, it's because of the cold. No, it's not. Northern Colorado, been to Lake Powell many times, yeah. So like I said, Grand Junction, I'd always go up. Sometimes I go visit my dad when he was up there alive. I'd go up through Rifle and then up through Craig. And then go up into Wyoming. And I do penny and nickel hunts. So last week I did a penny hunt for someone. Same thing, donator on the Foundation Awareness on Pause Spare Time. So I've got a few of those and I still got to do. I've got Michael Erickson that has one. And he said it is okay to push his back, and if someone is scheduled from the donators. So right now I have Thursday, Tuesday, and then next Thursday scheduled. Yeah. So the games throughout the night, if you don't have points, the moderators can add them, or I can add them if one of them are not available. I probably need to add a few more mods, so if anybody wants to, let me know. I'll change you to a mod. For those that have been here. I know a lot of them are mods on other channels also, like I'm a mod on Pause channel. Mod is a moderator, and one is in blue. So you can always tag one of them. For questions, I try to answer them if I see them also. But sometimes trying to keep up the chat and hunt nickels at the same time is a little bit difficult. It's worse when it's on pennies. But these games from throughout the night, you do not have to be present to win. But you do still have to claim your prize if you do win. So if you end up leaving, you can still check, watch the rerun, whatever. And I've had a few do that. $63 Philly, we could look for a triple die reverse on that. And on those I usually do at the end of the night. We'll look for a DDO on that one. It's a 2004 Philly. Nope, that's not the right one. That's not a piece metal. Never mind. It was the, whatever it's called. The keel boat one, whatever it is. RFT started a new penny hunt on a new book. Should be, oh yeah, because he hit, what was it, 1 million pennies and hunted, and then he was going to start the whole new book over or something. I remember watching that. If you're a content provider and you need subs, if you're new, obviously most of them that have been in here many times before are already subbed to everybody's channel, but you can use !me and it will give you a channel link that people can click on and go to and subscribe to your channel. Hopefully you're subscribed to mine if you came in. You know, sometimes you can find a channel and just kind of wander in, and that's how I found some channels before. It's like, oh, this is cool. Came across B. Wallers. He was in here earlier. I don't know if he still is, but he hunts. He also does auto car racing. He does a quarter-mile track, races cars. He does metal pouring. So he will melt copper and aluminum and stuff and do pours. And also goes through coins and stuff. So I came across his and just was kind of like, oh, this is cool, and just started watching it, and I enjoy watching it. He does in-car racing, so he straps a GoPro or cell phone or something into his car. So when he is racing around the track, you can be there and basically see what he sees in a way. So this one here is a 1941. No key date or semi-keys or anything, but there is a Philly. So 41 Philly has nothing to look for, but that's the first from the 40s, which is kind of amazing. Lately, we've been finding more 40s than 50s. Country Humans Network just subscribed. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It helps the channel out. I wasn't expecting to be where I'm at right now. In the summer, I had a few shorts that to me went viral. Had about combined about 40,000 views in between 3 of them, I think. And jumped in subscriber count, so now I'm working on my hours. I do giveaways at 25 likes. The mods keep track of that and alert me when it's one of those. So I do giveaway then. I also do an end of stream giveaway. At the end of the night after the stream is over, we draw someone out and you just enter in, and it's free. It doesn't cost anything. If you do win, you just have to be 18 years of age or older, or if you're not and you're under 18, you just have to have parental permission to reclaim the prize. And these, where we guess throughout the night, your name goes on a wheel, and at the end of the night, everybody who did that, at the beginning of the night, we guess the oldest year in the box and also which drink I'm going to drink. So that's another way you can get names in. So this one here, we're going to flip. It looks like we got quite a few guesses in. Mark Lester, 71. I showed the last, so if you're going to get in, get it before I flip it. Come on. It is a 74. Anybody get 74? I got a 76. Oh, 73, Country Humans, 73. And because it wasn't focused, I know you couldn't have cheated. I mean, I guess you could. Who knows? Country Humans has got name on there a couple times now. So congratulations on that. You never know, sometimes one name on the wheel can win it, and you can have 5 names on the wheel and not win it. So it's all the luck of the draw, or spin. I do have games that you can play. You can do exclamation games, and it shows you which ones and how to do those. You can also look at what other people are putting in, such as slots all. You put exclamation, the game, and then a space and the amount that you're wagering. So if you don't have points, ask a mod or myself. If none of them can do it. Like if none of the mods. I see KJ's still here, so. So the games you have is Gamble, Slots, Duel, and Heist. It is free to play. It does not cost you anything, except for a few swipes of the keys. We got another ender we can look at guessing. It's going to be this one. I would say the only time you need to put a first part of the year is if you're guessing in the 20s or before 1900s. Otherwise, I'll just assume it's always 19 something. You can do either way, like 1978, like Otis and Wild One, or you can do just a 2-year guess, whatever you like. Got some good guesses in there. We've got 80s, 50s, 90s, 60s. thought I had a 39, but it was a 1979. It was just kind of corroded and hard to tell. Still no 2024s tonight. Only one 2009, and it's not great shape. We had a box the other night that had 4 2009s and 2 2024s. Okay. Got that one in. Gonna flip it. It's a 64. Out of Philly. So 64, who was closest? Cody H with 68. Shellbell 68. So it looks like Cody H and Shellbell. If I'm wrong, let me know. Let's see, that's when Mark should have guessed 68 or 64. If Mark's still in here, yep. Because it was an ender and I didn't even get to look at it. That's why the enders are kind of fun. It's like it's an easy one to guess. And the 64s I'm coming across, I am setting off to the side if they're a Denver, because we will go through those at the end of the night and look for D over Ds. I found one, what I think is D over D for myself quite a while ago, before I started doing streams. And then we found one possibly the other night. I can't remember who for, New Marshall maybe? If it's one of those that I'm not 100% certain, I will still send it to you because I figure you can go through them and look at it more closely. I was thinking about it. It was last stream that I was like, I need to get something like a box or something. And then someone was suggesting to put like some kind of stand, because I was always having it on the back of my hand. And that's when I was like, that is so weird. I was thinking the same thing. So we got a dime box because it's a little bit shorter, but it gets up there enough that you can see some of the detail instead of clear down here. We'll go through this half of the roll that we just opened while you guys are guessing, because it was close to the end on that roll. Isn't going to give me a ton of time. I like to give time, but I don't want to spend all night guessing. I do post recaps of what was found in the hunts, so you can always see what kind of finds we're getting. Even keep track of them. I have a spreadsheet I do. All right, let's guess the year. There is no mint mark. Hey, Gregory G. 64. There you go. Who got it? Tim Ivins, Cody H. Oh, you cheated? Okay. And welcome, Tim. Did you look at that closer, New Marshall? Do you think it is a D over D? Thank you, Wild One. I do appreciate that. There are plenty of chances, of course, but whoa. Yeah, gotcha. I do that sometimes. I do the informed delivery so I know when I get a package or not and what mail is coming, and sometimes I'll see what mail has come and it's like, I don't care about that. I'll just let it sit there until I actually go. Like waiting for a package. Because sometimes it's like, I don't care about an ad or whatever they're peddling for junk mail. I've never been accused of sending junk mail. So like I said, I did go through all my copper rounds I had. There are a ton that I have duplicate ones, which most of them I can probably tell you if I see it, if you pick it, if it's a duplicate one. But those are all the rounds. And if it's one of those things where you want to tell me like later, like you don't want the chat to know, like if it's there's one that has a marijuana stuff on it from Colorado, there's a Trump, there's Confederate stuff, just a big conglomeration of everything. So if you want to tell me later, that is completely fine. If there's only one of them and someone else picks it before you email me, then it's gone. I've got a coin I ordered coming in the mail. Checked on Friday, it was a couple hours away. On Saturday, it was in Washington State. Yeah, sounds about like here. I had a couple things that came priority mail, and it took them 10 days. It was like, priority mail is not supposed to take that long. I know it always takes a day to 2 days longer for me. Like when Pa sends something out to everybody, like from the auctions or whatever, there's many people that will get them in, 3-4 days. Of course, I am further west than some of them. But it shouldn't take 3 extra days. That'll be a good one. I had ordered a package and it got delivered. It went to, I can't remember where it was coming from, but it went from like middle of the US or back east all the way to California. Went around California for 2 days to different places. Then it went to Las Vegas. Then it went back to California for another couple days, and then came back to Las Vegas, and finally arrived like 2 weeks after they sent it. And I was watching the entire time where it was, so I knew it wasn't like lost, but it was like irritating. I send my coins to daughters. Past year I've had 11 to 12 envelopes go missing. So far I haven't had anything get stolen or lost. I've only been sending them out for a month, but still. And if it's one of those things that going through some of my collection, it was like, I have quite a few of these. So maybe I'll do an auction on stuff, or and on any of those copper rounds, if you do say just want to buy one, I will be willing to sell that. It's one of those I would just send it in an envelope, so the copper round and envelope, postage, everything, it'd be $5, and I'd be making less than $1. All right, quite a few guesses. I'm going to flip it over. I got JC Lex Pam, last one in, and 1942. It is not a war nickel, obviously. Some 1942s are war nickels. They're 35% silver. So if you get one with a big, big mint mark on the back, that is one of those. And if you haven't seen one, for some of those that have come in, this is what a war nickel would look like with a big mint mark on the back of it. So that's how you can tell if it is a war nickel, if it'll ever focus. But instead of being on the front or on the back over here, all of them are on the top. So there you go. So that is what a war nickel would look like. But it's some 42s, all 43s, and 44s and 45s. So 42 was a transition year, so not all of those are silver. Oh, who did we get? 42, I have Michael Erickson at 41. Cody H at 43. So I think it's those two. And it's one of those you can be either over or under, but it's whoever gets closest. So in this case, there was two of you. We'll do this one just for fun, just because it's so horrible looking. If it'll focus. Because it's so horrible and ugly, I figured I'd throw that up there. We'll find out what it is, but sometimes those horrible, ugly ones are trickers. They could be old, or they could be like brand new. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, you're more than welcome to, because if we get to 25 likes, we will do a drawing, a giveaway. I show that right now there's like 20 people or something watching, so should be plenty of people to still hit that if you haven't. One more like, all right. Thank you, New Marshall. Okay. Last bit of the gas, I'm going to flip it over here. We got a whole range all the way from 2019 down to 60s. It is, what crap year is that? 2016. That is crazy horrible. So 2016, I got an 11. I got 19. 19. So I got two of them at 19, I think is the closest one. So the Country Humans and Mark Lester. And we've got 25 likes, so exclamation GAW will get you into the drawing for a copper round. While you're doing that, I'm going to pop this up so you can start taking a look at them. And for those of you who have come in, the top row is the front, the second row is the back, third row is the front, fourth row is the back, and so on. So that gives you an idea of which ones we have, or I have. Got 2 minutes left, so you still got plenty of time. But hey, Vincent C, just in time for a giveaway. Exclamation GAW, we got 25 likes. One night we almost got to 50, which was crazy. It was 40 something. Dead Hunt Coins, CMD. Let's see. Oh, yep, Chicken Man. Dan, yep, there you go. Thank you very much for getting that. I will add Chicken Man to the wheel. So if I mess up like that one, I'm not penalizing someone else. So the other ones will still get your names on the wheel, don't worry. It looks like we have 1 minute left on the giveaway. Oh, there was a bunch of stop signs. I didn't even see that. Must have been blind. Yeah, like I said, was one of those I was probably doing a put name on or planning on the wheel, and sometimes you just don't see it. So thank you for that. And as always, the timer says it's 1 second left. I'm going to resume it and give you about 30 seconds more. And we're going to close entries. I think everybody's gotten in pretty much. 18 people have entered. Picking a winner, not our noses. Country Humans Network, congratulations. You need to send me an email at dadhuntscoins@gmail.com. Exclamation email will give that to you. Is there any particular round that you see? These two up here that are, the one is colorized, it's a rectangle one. So if you want to see one kind of more up close, I know they're kind of small, but it gives you an idea of what they are. but you name it. But I can pull any of them out and pull them up closer if you want. If you want to email me later, you're more than welcome to. Going to go back there. If you want to see those again, let me know. I can also email you the picture of it. Little behind, Daniel. We have, this is roll 12, so 11 left after this. The bank robbery bar is pretty cool. Yeah, I got quite a few of those. I think they had sent me 10. And that's what it looks like. Up close, colorized, and the back is that. So yeah, quite a few. I think actually 9 or something, but they sent them to me in that. So, and if you want to go back a minute or two to where that is and look closer, you're welcome to. But you got a week. Like I said, I can always send a picture of them to you. I do have duplicates on some. But congratulations. I do send most of those out usually the next day after I get the email. So like if I get it tonight, I would send it out tomorrow. And if I get it like on a Saturday, I'd send it out on a Monday. So you got a week. And like I said, if you want to see them up like a little bit better one, a picture of all of them, and up close, I can send that to you. Just send me an email and say, can I get a picture of the rounds or whatever? Or if there's a certain one you want to see up closer, I can do that if we're live. Or I can, like I said, send you email. So, many options. I'm pretty easygoing for the most part. It's fun to see new viewer coming in and win. About that kind of ugly, dirty, scratched up thing. We got just over half a roll left on this, so you got quite a minute or two. Still hunting them off to the side. You got 5 coins left, so get your coins in if you're going to guess. There you go. This one here is going to be, let's see, we got Daniel sticking with 64, New Marshall at 66. So I'm going to flip it and hopefully it focuses. Gregory G, you got in because I've still got it covered up. Jimmy Licari, 68. Come on. 1979. Who was it? 74. 74. Is it JC and Mark? Is that correct? Yeah, oh well. Yeah, I think it's JC likes Pam and Mark Lester. Otis had 78. Where are you? Oh, maybe it's up above some of that. Let me check. Oh, yep. I forgot to go up a little bit. So Otis, okay. Thank you, guys. I am struggling on that tonight. But it went off my screen and up the top and totally spaced rolling up. I did have it on live. I remembered that. The other night I was on Top Chat and was missing people that were guessing. That's never fun. Box has not been super great tonight. I apologize for that. Obviously, I can't do much with guessing on what boxes I get, but if it's extremely horrible, I will make it up somehow. Good night, Jim Thompson. Time for those sleep meds. I still got to look into the one that the doc told me about, the visiting doc. Let's see if that would work better for me. I just got to remember where I marked it. I think I have the paper sitting there on my bookshelf, but I've just been busy and haven't looked. And true, semi-key and a proof. I guess that's not horrible. Got a 30s, 40s, and 50s, and another nice one from the 70s. I'm thinking maybe, like I said, I've been tricked a few times, but that one there looks kind of like a war nickel. No, it is not. It's just a very black 1980. There you go. I just sent your copy of those rounds to you. So you should get it here in just a second. I know it's hard when it's on a small screen like that, seeing so many of them, but if I didn't do that, it would take me 5 years to go through them all, one by one. And I want to offer more than just like 5 options. So it's one of those things, I have my few different windows open for things, and one of them is my email. So if something like that does come in, I can just go right straight to it. It was funny, I sent one to BA Trainer, I think it was. I haven't sent it yet because the service I use is not accepting Canadian mail yet, or stuff to go to Canada. And I think he had one that was the Canadian one, or a poker chip one. Yeah, I went through all of them because after that, the other night when one was asked for and I didn't have, and then a different one was chosen, and just kind of a messed up on that, which was my fault. I decided to go through and just take a picture of them all and put them on the thing, and if it is the only one, I will cross it out. If it's not the only one, I'm going to leave it on. Some of them I've got like 3 or 4 of. Some of them I have 1 of. That rectangle one I probably have the most of, and that is like 10 of them. Like I said, if there's any certain one you want, you can buy them. I would just do, like I said, $5. That covers my cost plus shipping, and I make less than $1 on it. All right, we're going to guess that, and then I've got a new one that we'll be doing. The year on this one is a 1939. And I know on the back there was not a mint mark because I was looking at that. But a 39 Philly. So, not a key date, but still. Now we're going to guess this one. Yeah, we have found key dates and stuff, but tonight it's only been a semi-key. I think the one that we found that was a Buffalo, it was a 1917, I think it was. Too bad it wasn't the 8/7. I got half a roll left, and then we're going to flip it over. So if you're getting your guesses in, get them in quickly. I might have got 3 left. All right. So this one here on a 1943 90% half. Awesome. So Walking Liberty, those are fun. It is a 1947. If it'll focus. Yeah, I'll take my word for it. It's 47, and it's out of Philly. Who do we have? Jimmy, 46. And Cody at 48. Mark at 48. Is that right? You got me on the first one? Oh, okay. No, I didn't. So thank you, So I will get you on. So KG in Ohio is that last one. We got Jimmy and who did I say? Jimmy Licari. You know, I saw Cody H. And I thought there was Mark Lester. Quite a few names on it tonight. Okay. We got 1, 2, 3. This is 6 rolls left. Hopefully we'll find some more stuff. Of course, sometimes it's quality over quantity. You know, you find 10 from the 50s. I'd rather have a semi-key date than 10 from the 50s that are nothing. Did you guess twice? I don't know. There was 2 different coins we'd guessed, the first one and then the second one. Well, that was face up. It's a 1947. Why does this thing just not want to focus tonight? Make sure there's nothing on the lens. $1947 out of Denver. So another 47 for you. That was the year my dad was born, so that's a good year. My dad was actually born on Thanksgiving Day. Five rolls left. This will be a kind of a fun one. It's all rusty. Oh, come on. There you go. What do you think that crusty thing is? I have no idea. I haven't looked at it. Maybe I should have. Sometimes you have to wonder what happened to some of those. Half a roll left, so get your guesses in. It's brown and black and who knows what else. Two more coins, one more zero. So this one here, ow, excuse me, just bashed my elbow. Okay, got KJ is the last one that I see in at the moment. It's a 2010. Yeah, 2005, 2011. I think Smoker 360 got it. Is that right? If not, let me know. I wouldn't have guessed 10. I would have guessed like, I don't know, like a 98 or something. But I would have been off. I know Smoker won the other night. Did you get your round yet? I know I sent it. Can't remember when I sent it, but I remember sending it. The only one I haven't sent is one for Maple Leaf, because they're in Canada, and one for B.H. Ringer, because that's in his package to go up to Canada. But again, so far, I can't send it. That's weird. I just heard a pink. I've never gotten any of them back except for the ones that I forgot to put postage on. I had opened up my mailbox one day and there was 2 of those. I was like, what? And then it was like, oh, there's no stamps. So I redid them and sent them back out with stamps. Hopefully we'll find a few more in the last 2 rolls after this. I went in to work about half an hour later than normal. It's funny, I was sitting there last night. I was on call, and I just got home off of a call at 6 o'clock in the evening. And so I was sitting there, and I'd actually started dozing off, and then I get a call at 6:45 saying, we have an ambulance. So I went up, and it's one of those that's like, you guys could have like waited 10 minutes and then the other person would have come in and not me, but I was like, that's okay. So I got him in, texted the lady who was taking over at 7, and I said, just got an ambulance in. I've got them registered and all that, but I asked if they needed you. They said, yeah, but you don't have to hurry right now. So I left it, after finishing the stuff that I did, I left at 7:06, and she hadn't come up at that point, but It was like I went home and then I couldn't get to sleep. I was like, come on, I had just gotten to, like, finally, like, not asleep, but, you know, dozing off. But oh well, that's life. But I took my sleeping pill and melatonin and last roll. I ripped my boxes apart and put them in my cardboard box that I used. And I'll admit I didn't throw it away this last time because I didn't have too much in it from the pennies. So I'm still using it from the other night. We finally got our second one. Oh, come on. It's a 2009. Better than the last one. Still kind of gunky and stuff, but it's better than that one. So these are the two that you've got so far. The one on the left is the first one. The one on the right is the second one. So like I said, not great condition, but still, it's a 2009. It's worth more than a nickel usually. Five coins left. Okay. Oh, wait, I still got that half. Can't go to scope yet. One of these times I come across enough of these buffaloes, I'm going to see a speared. Alright. Now, let's look at some of these for DDOs and stuff. So these are all the 1964s. I'm looking for D over D. Some will be basically damaged and you won't know. Actually, let me get a little bit closer on that. Well, not 100% certain, not 100% not certain. It's got that little bit at the top there. Let's see if I can wipe any of that dirt or anything off. And Now I'm thinking no. Severed leg buffalo, but no speared. I honestly forget to look at the severed legs. I need to remember that. This one is a 63, I think. Yep, 63. Philly has a triple die reverse, double die, whatever it is. Usually you can kind of see them on Monticello. I'm not seeing it. What else did we have I need to look for? These older ones I can't remember, so I'm going to pull up my cheat sheet. .42 was nothing. 39, is there anything? DDO and DDR. Because I'm not so familiar with some of these older kind, I just like to make double sure and check quite a few spots. I'm not seeing anything there. So 30s, 40s, what else do we have? Some other 40s and 50s. Add 52, there's nothing on that. 57s have nothing. 54s, I think, do. 54D could have a D over D. Not seeing it. Two 47s, we've already seen 47. Another, does it say 41? Yes. Which mint mark was it? Nothing. So that's nothing. And a 39 Philly, another one of those. Sorry, I'm kind of like talking to myself, but talking to you also. So it may sound weird because it's like if someone walked in, they'd think I was talking to myself, but I know that I was talking to you guys also. But no, not seeing anything there. Okay. Let's flip back to this one. Oh, I'm trying to find my screen and I'm right here and I'm looking for it somewhere else. So we got two 2009s. Not super crazy, but there you go. We got 3 from the 50s. You got a 57, a 54, and a 52. Got 4 from the 40s. You had that 41, a 47, a 47, and a 42. Non-war. Got 2 from the 30s, both 39s. Hey, welcome Flip Mode. Found that nice 1970S, so I flipped that because it is very nice. Don't want it to get scratched up in case if you need that. Found that 79 proof. Take a proof anytime. And the star of the show, I would say, is probably the 51S semi-cute 8. I know we found a few of these before, but there you go. With a couple of those flips, we might need a couple of them, so hopefully you're not too disappointed in that. It wasn't super horrible. Very much so, yes. So the oldest is a 1939, so we'll see who gets their name on that. And that is also your penny pack. And don't know if you were in here earlier when I showed this to you, but I've got a blue and green pen, blue and green bottle opener, and can opener with keychain, and then 2 of my stickers, one for each of you. Thursday, yes. If you want to stick around, we're going to do the drawings. You're welcome to do that if you like. So 1939 was the oldest, so right on we had Jim Thompson. Greetings from the Outer Banks of North Carolina. KJ in Ohio had 39. A couple of you had 38s. Otis Coldren had 39, and B. Waller had 39. Just double checking. Yep, okay. So let's go to this screen. I was going to come over here and try to shuffle, but I'm like, why isn't it? And then, yeah. Got 34 entries, so you have a 1 in 34, unless your name's on there more than once, which I know there are some. So I'm going to shuffle it a bunch of times and then randomly click the wheel. And if you can see, I put my logo in the middle now. Hey, Mark Lester. I don't think you've won before. If you did, I can't remember. I apologize, but there you go. So that is for you for the end of stream. So these are the rounds. You're welcome to email me. I'll send you a close-up of those or any of them. I just got to write these down so I remember. We had Human earlier. He sent me a thing saying, can I get a close-up? Don't know if he's still in here or not. Got Mark Lister. And we'll see who wins the other one. You could be like BH Ringer and win 2 for the wheel and end of stream. I've got those in his pack. And like I said, if you want, I can email you this whole thing, a picture of them, and as long as I have it, it is yours. I know I've got duplicates on quite a few of those. The one in the upper left, I said was a baseball player. I looked at it, and it's, I think it was Jason Altuve. Kind of cool. I was expecting it to be some old, player like from the 40s or 50s or something, but nope. We only got 9 people in, it says. We've got Jimmy, Stacking Surveyor. Welcome. Don't know when you came in, but thank you. Shell Bell, KJ, Michael, Erickson, Smoker 360, Cody H, Wild One, and Daniel Klatt. Quite a few. Looks like you're getting in. Says 30 seconds, but I will probably end it, open it back up because it always ends before the time ends. Is the Statue of Liberty a skull? No. Kind of looks like a skull on that. I'll double check though. But I'm pretty sure it's just a regular. Any eagles? That depends on what you mean by an eagle. I got lots of them that have eagles like as the back. The front I've got a couple eagles, so on number, let's see, row 6 I think is, no, maybe an eagle, I can't remember. I'll have to look. But yes, there is a couple. Row 7, third one over, I think is the back of the Walking Liberty. I got a koala bear. I got an alien that said wrong button, and there's an atomic explosion. I do have 2, sorry. Resume entry, sorry. I was looking at those and didn't see it come over. So you got 13 in now. I had New Marshall, Chicken Man, JC, and Crafty. Crafty was the last one I saw in there. I got the Indian. The back has an eagle on it. I've got a peace dollar with the back having the eagle. And the Statue of Liberty is just a regular one. But yeah, like I said, if you win, I can send you closer up ones if you want. Okay, I think that's probably good. Everybody else has gotten in CODIS. Okay, I'm going to close entries. Go off of this one. Go on to here. We're going to pick a winner. Not our noses. Oh, I'm going to redo that. Mark, you can get in. Do that again. I'll let you in right then because I just closed it as you did that. So Mark, if you hit the enter, we can get you in on that one. Give you about 10 seconds. It should be enough. The ones I have are Jimmy, Stacking Surveyor, Shellbell, KJ, Michael, Smoker, Cody, Wild One, Daniel, New Marshall, Chicken Man, JC, Crafty, and Otis. Let's just see if there's anybody else that is now on there. Nope. Okay, closing it. Daniel Clatt, I guess. You are a winner. Congratulations. So there you are again. So like I said, I can email this image to you and you can look at them more closely. And if you do that, I assume that's the same thing as saying that you're emailing me, but I will need address and everything. So there you go. I am streaming, like I said, on Thursday at 5:30. We are hunting, I'm not sure if it's a penny or nickel box. I don't think they told me yet, but we are hunting that. And then Monday is probably going to be changed to Tuesday instead. So we're completing that. Got that completed. Wheel of Names is completed. Gotta write that down. Good night, Jimmy. Good night, Shellbell. Email sent. All right. Okay. So there you go. There you go, Daniel. That is sent to you. Close that out. Close that out. Thanks. Yep, you're welcome. eBay. You're welcome, Shellbell and Daniel. So there is your stuff. I will get that, like I said, in the mail probably tomorrow morning. Good night, Stacking. eBay sold sound. No, I have that kaching for my Dad Hunts Coins Gmail. I keep it different than my personal one, which is a Yahoo one. I actually have 3 Yahoos, 3 Gmails, and then one at work, one from my old school that when I got my MBA. So I've got it like a dozen emails, but I do different sounds to set them apart so I know if I want to check them right away or not. So I do cash register because to me it's a cha-ching, someone won type sound, you know. So there you go. All right. I think that's it. Appreciate you guys watching, coming in. I don't know if that's the eBay sound or not. I honestly don't know. I haven't sold on eBay or anything for a long time, so I bought some stuff, but I think the notification on mine is a different sound than cha-ching, so there you go. Appreciate you guys watching. Some of you might have spent the whole time, and if not, that's fine. Yep, I did reply, so you should have it anytime. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, forgot to hit send. There, now you should get. Looked at it and it said draft. I'm like, why is it a draft? Thank you, Mark. I did, like I said, put all my different rounds. I do have many of them that are duplicates, so quite a few of them. But I didn't put all the duplicates on the image, otherwise that would just be way too much. But I know it's difficult looking at it like that. I just finished my drink, so we're going to go like that. Wrong one. So we'll get that, like I said, in the mail probably tomorrow morning. I'm pretty sure you got me your address already, so I'm going to be able to send it out in the morning. I take them to work and throw them in the outgoing mail at the hospital. And that way I don't have to go to the post office and drop them off. So there's yours. All right. Well, again, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And we will see you Thursday at 5:30 for the next hunt. And hopefully some of the other ones will email me and get their info to me so I can get them set up. Is there a police one in this? There is a rectangle one that has a police car. And it's chasing a bank robber, a bank in the background. It's colorized. And that is the back. 1 ounce. That's the only colorized one I got. I got a bunch of them. The only other ones I have are like a military one, like a tank. I feel like that. I looked for getting some like police type things and just didn't get any sent. Anything police, law enforcement. Okay. I'll look over the stuff that I have, but I did send that email. It should have it to you, and take a look at those. But all right, you're a sheriff also, or marshal also. You're sheriff. It's Marshall is new marshal in town. I'm just going to write that down. Dan Clant. Police or Leo, same thing, but got that off to the side. So yeah, I'll look through them a little more closely because I honestly don't remember all the designs. But yeah, that's your email there. So if you do see one, email me. If not, I'll email you and tell you which one I'm looking at getting you. Mark Lester, can't remember if he's won before, but if so, I've got address. Human needs to get me info, I think. I did send email back to him, so he's looking at different rounds. But okay, enough jibber jabbering. Thursday, 5:30, another either pickle, oh my hell. I'm not doing a pickle hunt. I'm sorry, guys, but if you want to have a pickle hunt, you're going to be disappointed. I don't have pickles to hunt. I will do either a nickel or a penny hunt. So, there you go. All right. I think that's everything. Good night. Hope your hunt's doing good. If not, hopefully they pick up. I know mine kind of go in spurts. It's either really good or really not. But there you go. Have fun. And good night. Thanks for watching.